Here are the top 5 things that I dislike about being a paraeducator. I'm T, and I'm actually a paraeducator working in a middle school. This career is so rewarding, but there are some things that I don't like about it. As a paraeducator, I am also called a classroom aide, teacher assistant, one-on-one. There's a couple different names for us, but as of most recently, we've been classified as paraeducators. And the functions of our job are to simply assist the teacher in daily functions. Some of us primary jobs are to assist students in their daily function. I am a classroom aide, which means I assist a teacher with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade classes. We are currently teaching science and history this year. I love my teacher, I love my school, and I love my students, but that doesn't mean that there are days and things that I dislike. Here are the top 5 things that I dislike about being a paraeducator. Everyone knows that the pay is not that great. However, the benefits outweigh, in my case, the pay. Listen, you guys, I do not do this job for money. Therefore, I'm okay with that. But my number one complaint is the hourly salary. And to be honest with you, the hourly salary here where I work in California is not bad at all. I've seen paraeducators making $40 an hour. So, I mean, you know what I mean? The second thing that I don't like about being a paraeducator are the split months in which we don't get paid. Pretty much, I haven't been paid since June. Now, it's not because the school district is mean and they don't want to pay me. It is because I didn't work over the summer. And there is a benefit that I'm going to discuss later on in the video about that. But here we are in August and I don't get paid again until the end of the month. So that can cause hardship and it can be a struggle. The third thing that I hear paraeducators complaining about online, other people that I talk to, different school districts and different schools, they don't like the fact that they feel like they don't have any authority in the classroom. That is also something that we can continue to discuss throughout this series. Number 4, not having a place to call home within your school. So I do realize that some paras have their own desk, their own rooms, their own closet, their own desk, their own wherever they call their own or their home, somewhere to put their things down since they're there all day. Somewhere to boot up if they need to be inputting information, or even somewhere to work with students. I do realize that we do not all have those spaces, especially if you've been assigned as a one-on-one para, because your only responsibility is to one-on-one with that student. And so your home is wherever that student's home is, which is in his or her classroom, but obviously you can't put your things on that student's desk. So that I am noticing is one of the biggest frustrations, and we can make that change, right? I think we can all do that together. And the 5th and final thing that I personally hear about but haven't experienced is paraeducators being thrown into a job, a classroom, a situation with a student with no preparation, no care, and no information as to what should or should not be going on. One thing that I hear a lot of people complaining about in this field is the fact that they're not prepared for the job. A lot of paraeducators are thrown into a room, thrown into a situation, or thrown in with a student. They don't have any prior knowledge of what's going on with the student. They're not aware of any of the behaviors, and so they're just kind of learning as they go, and that could be a little off-putting or uncomfortable for you as someone that works as a paraeducator. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 complaints I hear about, experience, or have knowledge of in the paraeducator field. If you're interested or have questions about being a paraeducator, go ahead and check this video out. I go over all the steps it takes to become a paraeducator, what a paraeducator is. So if you're a paraeducator, I want to know where you live, where you work, and what you love about your job. Thank you guys so much for being here. See you on the next one. Bye. There is actually a breakdown, a way to combat this, and I'm going to discuss that in another video. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button.